So I've got David Cohn here, known on Twitter as DigiDave, and I'm really excited to meet him because I'm very interested in his project, which is called Spot Us. Could you tell us a little about it?
Sure. So Spot Us is a nonprofit project trying to pioneer what I call community-funded reporting, which is where we distribute the cost of hiring a journalist across a lot of different people. So 50 people giving $10 or $20 each is enough to hire a journalist to then investigate the Oakland Police Department or poverty issues in San Francisco or City Hall, anything that is local that those 50 people think is worthy and needs to be reported on.
And how long ago did you set that up?
Spot Us launched about 5 months ago, so about 20 weeks, and we've actually funded 19 stories.
That's amazing.
So almost one a week. And yeah, we're having some interesting early success, but it's by far not a huge breaking success. It's not something that I would say replaces an entire newsroom by any means, right? If a newsroom is producing one story a week, they have work to do. But it's an experiment that I think has potential to grow, and it's also adding drops to a bucket at a time when every drop helps.
And do you want to just talk about the process, how you actually set it up? Because I've looked at the website, it's fascinating.
Sure. Well, so you mean like the technicals behind the website being built?
No, not so much the technical, more about how you get the process rolling on the
Sure.
on the site.
So anybody can create a quote-unquote story tip, right? So John Q. Citizen says, I want someone to look into the environmental degradation at the river by my house. And they can collect pledges. No actual money's transferred. Journalists can look at those tips and they can turn those into pitches. Or maybe they submit a pitch that's their own original idea. It doesn't have to come from that. So they say, here's a pitch. I want to look into what the cafeteria at this school is serving to the children. And they sort of detail exactly what they're going to do. I'm going to look at the school cafeteria, I'm going to look at the health issues, and see what's in the way of providing better food, et cetera, et cetera. And then we collect small donations, $10 here, $15 there. If it's 100% community funded, then we'll try and sell the first publishing rights to a local news organization. If we sell the first publishing rights, any money we make goes back to the original users. So John Q. Citizen gets their $10 back. Otherwise, we give the content away under Creative Commons. Another thing that we'll do is try and find a news organization to partner with us early on, in which case they'll give 50% of the cost of a story, and we'll fundraise the other 50%, and we're doing this with the Oakland Tribune. The Oakland Tribune will run the story first. So this is a story for the Oakland Tribune that they wouldn't be able to necessarily do otherwise, but we're helping extend their freelance budget so they can do a really long-form piece, and it'll be published on their website and hopefully in print as well.
So tell me some of the people that you've been working with.
We work with the sort of traditional news organizations as well as small news organizations. Anything from the Public Press and VidSF and SF Appeal, which are local startups here in San Francisco. They're really small teams. Some are even just coalitions of freelance videographers. To we're working with the Oakland Tribune. We hope to work with the San Francisco Chronicle. We're talking with them, or the Bay Guardian. So it really spans the gamut.
And do journalists ever see you as a threat?
Not as a threat. I mean, I think what I'm doing is drastically different from traditional journalism, where you hoard your information, you don't share the story that you're going to do. And so it requires a little bit of shift in mindset, right? I'm asking them to sort of be really open with what they're doing and to invite the public to participate, sometimes in passive means of donating money, sometimes in active means of donating money and time to help you report. So it's not so much as a threat, because I really, in the end, what I'm doing is trying to figure out how to sustain real investigative journalism, professional reporting. But I am seen as someone who is drastically changing the way journalism has been done, which
Right.
I think is okay. I welcome that. I think journalism needs to be rethought right now.
So for anyone listening to this video, what can they do to help you?
Well, the first thing you can do is go to www.spot.us and register on the site, and maybe even pitch in $5 towards the story. It's amazing. People say, I would never donate to journalism. I say, if I had $5 for every time someone said that, we'd fund 50 stories by now. So that's one way. But another way is, I'd say, get involved in any journalism startup. I think, maybe Spot Us isn't the one that you're passionate about, but find one that you are passionate about. So I think what journalism needs right now is 10,000 different startups, of which 8,000 might fail, and 1,900 may waver around for a couple years, but 100 of them will come out as the digital equivalent of the New York Times. And the New York Times is also experimenting, so they're part of the game. But I'm saying, find a new experiment that you believe in and participate, whether it's Spot Us or something else. Because journalism, from this point on, requires public participation. It is no longer passive. It requires the citizenry to be involved. So find an issue you're passionate about and see how you can get involved by doing journalism with it.
That's brilliant. Thanks very much, David.
Thank you.